I woke up to a steady beeping sound and a ceiling I didn't recognize. For a moment, I thought I was at home and the noise was the microwave. Then I tried to move. Nothing happened. I focused on my left hand. Move, I whispered. It didn't. Panic rushed into my chest like cold water. I tried to sit up. My body refused. My mouth felt thick, like it was packed with cotton. Hello. I croaked. The word came out broken. Footsteps rushed toward me. You're awake, a woman said. That's good. I turned my head slowly. A nurse stood beside me, adjusting a tube. Her badge read Carla. Where am I? I asked. You're in the hospital, she said. You had a stroke. A stroke? I repeated. No, I was fine. You collapsed at home, she said gently. Do you remember? I searched my mind. Nothing. My wife, I said. Where's Linda? Carla paused, just for a breath. But I noticed. She'll be here, she said. Try to rest. I didn't rest. I stared at the clock on the wall. An hour passed. Then 2. Machines beeped. Nurses came and went. No Linda. No Ethan. I pressed the call button. Yes, another nurse said. Can you call my family? I asked. They should be here. She glanced at the chart. I'll let them know, she said. She never came back. By afternoon, my throat burned from trying to swallow. Fear settled deeper. I pressed the button again. Carla, I said when she returned. Did you call them? She avoided my eyes. They're aware, she said. Aware of what? I asked. That I'm awake? She adjusted my blanket. You need to stay calm. I am calm, I lied. I just want to see my wife. She nodded but didn't answer. That silence felt wrong. I turned my head toward the table beside the bed. My phone wasn't there. Where's my phone? I asked. It was secured, she said. Secured where? For now, she said. Don't worry. I was worried. When she left, I heard voices outside my room. No visitors listed, someone whispered. Family hasn't checked in, another voice replied. My heart started pounding. I pressed the button again. Carla came back, slower this time. Why hasn't my family come? I asked. She inhaled deeply. They may be busy, she said. That's not an answer, I said. Call my wife. Right now. She hesitated. That hesitation hit harder than the stroke. Where's my family? I croaked. Carla looked at me for a long moment. Her face softened, but her eyes filled with something else. Regret. I'm here, she said quietly. That's not what I asked, I said. Where are they? She swallowed. I need to check something, she said. I'll be back. She left. Minutes passed. Then more. My chest felt tight. Not pain. Something worse. I whispered to the empty room. They wouldn't leave me. The machines kept beeping. When Carla finally returned, she stood at the door instead of the bed. Do you know how long you've been here? She asked. No, I said. Because no one tells me anything. You've been stable, she said. That's not what I asked. She stepped closer. Do they know? She asked quietly. Know what? I said. She looked down at my chart, then back at me. I'm sorry, she said. I shouldn't have asked that. My throat tightened. Asked what? I said. Please. She didn't answer. She just stood there. And in that silence, I understood something was wrong. Not with my body, with my life. But I still didn't know how deep the betrayal went. Carla stood at the foot of my bed, holding my file like it weighed too much. Her eyes kept moving. From the paper. To me. Back again. Is something wrong? I asked. No, she said quickly. Everything looks stable. That's not what your face says, I said. She forced a small smile. You're very observant. I've had a lot of time, I said. Staring at ceilings makes you notice things. She nodded and flipped a page. Then she asked it. Do they know? The words landed hard. Know what? I said. She froze. I didn't mean, she stopped. How are you feeling? You just asked me something, I said. Answer it. She adjusted the 4-line instead. Your blood pressure looks better, she said. That's good. Carla, I said slowly. What don't they know? She met my eyes this time. Only for a second. I'm sorry, she said. I shouldn't have said that. My chest tightened. Please, I said. I can't move half my body, and nobody will tell me anything. Don't do that. She exhaled. I'll check on something, she said. Try to rest. She left. I stared at the door after she closed it. What don't they know? I whispered. An hour later, Dr. Harris came in. How are we feeling today? He asked. Confused, I said. And ignored. He smiled politely. That's normal after a stroke. Is it normal for my family to disappear? I asked. He paused. They've been contacted, he said. Then why hasn't anyone come? I asked. He glanced at my chart. Sometimes families need time, he said. That's not an answer, I said. What did Carla mean earlier? He looked up. What did she say? She asked if they know, I said. Then she walked out. His jaw tightened. There's some paperwork here, he said, changing the subject. Consent forms were completed. I didn't sign anything, I said. You were admitted unconscious, he said. Then who signed? I asked. He hesitated. Your wife, he said. She handled it. Cold fear slid through me. What exactly did she sign? I asked. Standard forms, he said. Treatment approvals. Emergency decisions. And discharge. I asked. He flipped a page. Yes, he said. That too. My heart started racing. You're planning to discharge me? I asked. Without talking to me. You're not ready yet, he said. But the plan is documented. Documented by who? I asked. He didn't answer. After he left, my mind refused to rest. I thought about the weeks before the stroke. Linda eating dinner without looking at me. Ethan answering texts in the other room. Conversation stopping when I walked in. I remembered asking, is everything okay? And hearing, you worry too much. I remembered signing papers Linda slid across the table. Just routine, she said. I never read them. I trusted her. Now I couldn't even trust my own memory. Carla returned near evening. You look upset, she said. Did my wife ask about me today? I asked. She shook her head. Did my son? I asked. She hesitated. That's a no, I said. She nodded. Why? I asked. What did they say? She lowered her voice. They asked about your condition, she said. And the timeline. For recovery? I asked. For decisions, she said. My stomach dropped. What decisions? I asked. She pressed her lips together. I can't discuss that, she said. You already started, I said. Finish it. She looked at my file again. Do you remember your father? She asked. Yes, I said. Why? She closed the file. I'm going to bring someone tomorrow, she said. Someone who can explain things better. Explain what? I asked. She placed a hand on the bed rail. Why your chart is marked? She said. Marked how? I asked. Protected, she said quietly. Then she stepped back. Get some rest, she added. As the lights dimmed, my body felt heavy, but my mind felt awake. For the first time since the stroke, fear wasn't foggy. It was sharp, and it was pointing straight at my family. By the third day, I stopped checking the clock. Time only mattered when someone was coming. No one was. A nurse came in to check my vitals. She didn't say my name. Can I use a phone? I asked. She hesitated. Hospital policy. Please, I said. I just need one call. She sighed and handed me a cordless phone. My fingers shook as I dialed Linda's number. It rang. Once. Twice. She answered on the fourth ring. What? She said. It's me, I said. I'm awake. There was a pause. You're calling now? She asked. Yes, I said. Where are you? She exhaled loudly. You scared everyone. I had a stroke, I said. I know, she replied. That's what I mean. Then come, I said. I need you here. We need space, she said. Space. I repeated. This was a shock, she said. We're processing it. I'm lying in a hospital bed, I said. I can't move my arm. I can't handle this right now, she said. Linda, I said. Please. She didn't answer. I heard typing. Maybe a keyboard. Maybe a screen. I'll call later, she said. The line went dead. I stared at the phone. I dialed Ethan next. Straight to voicemail. Hey, I said after the beep. It's Dad. I'm awake. Please call me. I hung up and waited. Nothing. A different nurse came in with a clipboard. Any visitors expected? She asked. Yes, I said. My family. She nodded and wrote something down. They should be here, I added. She didn't respond. Later, I heard voices outside my room. Discharge plan is unclear, someone said. No family support listed, another replied. My heart started pounding. I pressed the call button. Carla came in. What does no family support mean? I asked. She didn't look surprised. It means we need to plan carefully, she said. Plan what? I asked. Your next steps, she said. With who? I asked. I have a wife. A son. She folded her hands. They haven't confirmed availability, she said. Availability. I snapped. I'm not a meeting. She lowered her voice. I know this is hard. Don't say that, I said. Just tell me the truth. She hesitated. They asked about timelines, she said. For visiting? I asked. For discharge, she said. My stomach dropped. You're sending me home? I asked. We're discussing options, she said. Without me? I asked. She looked at the floor. Can I call again? I asked. She nodded. I dialed Linda. No answer. I dialed Ethan. No answer. I left another message. I'm still here, I said. I don't understand what's happening. Hours passed. Dinner came and went untouched. A man in scrubs walked by my room and said, "He's the one without family." I closed my eyes. That night, Carla checked on me. They're not coming, are they? I asked. She didn't answer. Say it. I said. She swallowed. I'm sorry, she said. That was when it hit me. Not slowly. Not gently. They weren't delayed. They weren't busy. They chose not to come. I stared at the ceiling again. I always showed up, I whispered. Every game. Every dinner. The machines kept beeping. I felt smaller than I ever had. Not because I was weak, but because I was unwanted. When morning came, no one was waiting. No flowers. No footsteps. Just paperwork. That's when I finally understood. I hadn't been abandoned by strangers. I had been abandoned by blood. Night was the worst. The lights dimmed, the hallway quieted, and my thoughts got louder. I stared at the ceiling and heard Linda's voice in my head. You're simple, she used to say. That's not an insult. It's just who you are. I remembered laughing, pretending it didn't sting. At dinners, Rachel would smile too brightly. It's pronounced portfolio, she'd say. But you were close. Ethan never defended me. He just looked at his plate. I whispered into the dark. I tried my best. The machines didn't answer. I remembered the papers Linda slid toward me. Just routine, she said. Sign here. I didn't read them. I trusted her. I worked overtime. I paid the bills. I stayed quiet. Less stress is good for you, she said. I thought that was love. The door creaked open. Carla stepped in quietly. You're awake, she said. I don't sleep much anymore, I replied. She pulled a chair closer. You keep staring at the ceiling, she said. It talks back, I said. Just not kindly. She gave a small smile. Do you want to know why your chart is flagged? Yes, I said immediately. She hesitated. Once I start, I can't stop. I'm tired of half answers, I said. Say it. She opened the file. Your medical file is tied to financial records, she said. That doesn't make sense, I said. It didn't to me either, she said. At first. I swallowed. Go on. You're listed as the sole beneficiary of several dormant accounts, she said. I laughed weakly. That's not funny. I'm not joking, she said. I shook my head. We don't have money like that. You do, she said. You just never touched it. My chest tightened. How? I asked. Your father, she said. He set it up years ago. I closed my eyes. He said I'd need it one day, I whispered. Carla nodded. He was very specific. Does my family know? I asked. She shook her head. No, she said. They think everything runs through your wife. That explains so much it hurt. Linda's confidence. Rachel's smirks. Ethan's distance. They thought I was nothing. I pressed my lips together. What else? These accounts were designed to activate only under certain conditions, she said. Like what? I asked. Incapacity, she said. Medical crisis. I let out a shaky breath. So this, I said, gesturing at myself, woke it up. Yes, she said. Does anyone else know? I asked. Hospital legal, she said. And one attorney. And my family? I asked again. She met my eyes. Not yet. I stared at my hands. They left, I said, because they thought I had nothing. Carla didn't deny it. They asked about control, she said. Not about you. That sentence broke something inside me. I laughed quietly. All those years. She leaned forward. What do you want to do? I don't know, I said. I never planned for this. You don't have to decide now, she said. Yes, I do, I said. Because they already decided about me. She closed the file. Do you want me to keep this confidential? She asked. I thought of Linda's sigh. Ethan's silence. Rachel's smile. Yes, I said. She nodded. I will. Before she stood, she said, You're not simple. I looked at her. They treated you like you were, she said. That's different. After she left, the room felt quieter. Not empty. Clear. I whispered. I trusted them. The ceiling didn't answer. But my mind did. They thought I was weak. They thought I was blind. They were wrong. And for the first time since the stroke, I didn't feel helpless. I felt awake. Mr. Bloom came in just after lunch. He wore a gray suit and carried a thin folder. He said my name like it was a case number. I'm here from hospital legal, he said. Why? I asked. Because your file is flagged, he said. I know, I said. I keep hearing that. He opened the folder and slid a page toward me. Your father planned very carefully, he said. Planned what? I asked. Your protection, he said. I laughed once, sharp and tired. I didn't need protection, I said. You did, he replied. Just not from strangers. I swallowed and looked away. My wife handled everything, I said. She thought so, he said. What does that mean? I asked. It means she assumed ownership, he said. And she was wrong, I said. Yes, he said. Legally and completely. My chest felt hollow. When did this start? I asked. Years ago, he said. Your father set conditions. What kind? I asked. Control only if you were incapacitated, he said. I closed my eyes. So my stroke triggered an audit, I said. Exactly, he said. Did my wife know about the audit? I asked. She requested control, he said. Without asking me, I said. Without informing you, he said. I felt sick. What happens now? I asked. You decide, he said. I decide what? I asked. Who has access, he said. And who doesn't? I stared at the folder. My family left me, I said. I'm aware, he said. They thought I was worthless, I said. They misjudged you, he said. No, I said. They measured me. He nodded slowly. Do they know any of this? I asked. Not yet, he said. Good, I said. He raised an eyebrow. I don't want revenge, I said. I want truth to stand on its own. He closed the folder. Then we proceed quietly, he said. I don't feel rich, I said. I feel disposable. He met my eyes. Money doesn't decide worth, he said. People do, I said. He stood. Call if you need me, he said. After he left, the room felt smaller. Not empty. Measured. They didn't abandon me because I was sick. They abandoned me because they thought I had nothing. That truth hurt more than the stroke. I picked up the folder with my good hand. I trusted them, I said to no one. The beeping answered me. I wasn't angry. I was clear. Clarity felt heavier than rage. Carla came in later. He told you, she said. Yes, I said. How do you feel? She asked. Like I finally see the math, I said. She frowned. They subtracted me, I said, until the numbers changed. She nodded. What do you want next? She asked. I thought of Linda's sigh. Ethan's silence. Rachel's smile. Time, I said. And quiet. She smiled gently. You have both, she said. When she left, I held the folder again. It wasn't treasure. It was proof. Proof that I wasn't invisible. Proof that my father knew me. I whispered, thank you. The room stayed quiet. I stayed awake. Not planning revenge. Planning survival. They thought I was disposable. They were wrong. I would not correct them yet. I would let the paper trail speak. Truth didn't need my anger. It needed patience. I breathed slowly. My body felt weak. My resolve did not. I pressed the call button. Carla answered. I'm ready for whatever comes, I said. One step at a time, she replied. I can do that, I said. The machines kept count for me. Beep by beep. I wasn't rich. I was informed. And that changed everything. I closed my eyes and rested without sleeping. The truth settled in me. Heavy but steady. Whatever came next would be my choice. Not theirs. Not ever again. I adjusted the blanket and faced the ceiling. I listened to my breathing. It was uneven, but it was mine. For the first time, that felt like enough. I whispered my father's name. I didn't ask for help. I asked for strength. The answer was silence. Silence that didn't scare me anymore. I smiled once barely. Tomorrow, I would keep quiet. Soon, the truth would speak. I was ready to listen. So were they. They just didn't know it yet. That knowledge felt calm. Calmer than fear. Calmer than anger. Strong enough to wait. I waited. The paper trail would do the rest. I trusted that. For once, trust felt safe. It stayed with me. All night long. They came the next morning. I knew before I saw them. The room smelled like flowers. Linda walked in first, holding a bouquet too bright for a hospital room. Ethan followed, his face tight, like he was bracing for impact. There you are, Linda said softly. She took my hand the way she used to. Warm. Familiar. Careful. I was so worried, she said. I nodded slowly. You look tired, she added. I am, I said. Ethan stepped closer. Hey, Dad, he said. He hadn't called me that in months. I'm glad you're awake, he said. We were scared. I looked at him. Were you? I asked. He hesitated. Of course. Linda squeezed my hand. We didn't know what to do, she said. Everything happened so fast. It did, I said. She brushed my arm gently. We cried all night, she said. I said nothing. We didn't want to overwhelm you, she added. I understand, I said. Ethan cleared his throat. The doctors say you'll recover, right? They say I need time, I replied. That's good, he said quickly. That's really good. Linda leaned closer. We'll take care of everything, she said. Everything? I asked. Yes, she said. Your health, the house, the paperwork. I nodded. She smiled with relief. We brought these, Ethan said, gesturing to the flowers. Your favorite. They're nice, I said. Linda watched my face closely. You're very quiet, she said. I'm tired, I said again. She nodded. Of course. She glanced around the room. So what's the plan? She asked. For what? I said. For recovery, she said. Rehab. Living arrangements. I'm not sure yet, I said. She smiled tightly. Well, we should decide soon. Ethan nodded. Yeah, we need to know. Why? I asked. So we can help, he said. I nodded again. Linda leaned in. The doctor mentioned discharge timelines, she said. Did they talk to you? Some, I said. And? She asked. I'm listening, I said. She exchanged a look with Ethan. We can make space at home, she said. At least temporarily. Temporarily, I repeated. Yes, she said quickly. Until you're stronger. Ethan added, we just want what's best for you. I looked at their faces. Both smiling. Both tense. I trust you, I said. Linda exhaled in relief. That means everything, she said. She brushed my cheek. You've always trusted me. I didn't respond. Ethan checked his watch. We should let you rest, he said. Yes, Linda agreed. You need energy. She squeezed my hand again. We'll be back tomorrow, she said. Tomorrow, I echoed. They turned toward the door. Dad, Ethan said, pausing. You're not mad, right? No, I said. I'm thinking. He nodded, satisfied. When they left, the room felt colder. Carla came in a few minutes later. They seemed concerned, she said carefully. Yes, I replied. She watched me. You okay? I'm clear, I said. That's different, she said. Yes, I agreed. She glanced at the flowers. Beautiful, she said. They smell expensive, I replied. She smiled slightly. They asked about control, she said. I know, I said. And you? She asked. I nodded, I said. She raised an eyebrow. I'm letting them talk, I added. It tells me everything. She leaned against the counter. You're quiet today. I won't scream, I said. I won't fight. She waited. I'll let truth do the damage, I finished. Carla nodded once. That's usually worse, she said. I lay back and stared at the ceiling. My body felt weak. My resolve felt solid. They thought I didn't notice. They thought kindness erased absence. They were wrong. I replayed Linda's smile. Ethan's tone. Concern, measured. Love, conditional. I closed my eyes. I wasn't angry. Anger wastes energy. I was patient. And patience, I realized, was stronger than rage. When the door closed again, I breathed slowly. They had returned. Not for me. For what they thought I was hiding. I would not correct them. Not yet. I would let them believe I was weak. Let them lean in closer. Truth works best when people stop watching for it. I rested my hand on the blanket. I felt calm. Calmer than I'd been in years. Whatever happened next, I would not chase it. I would wait. And waiting felt powerful. I smiled faintly. They had come back. Too late. And they didn't know it yet. Attorney Wells called it a consent meeting. That's easier for everyone, he said on the phone. Medical, legal, routine. Nothing about this is routine, I said. I agree, he replied. But they don't need to know that yet. The room they chose was small and white, with a long table and too many chairs. Linda arrived first. She smiled when she saw me. A nervous smile. I'm glad you're feeling better, she said. I'm stable, I replied. Ethan came in next. He avoided my eyes. Rachel followed, heels clicking, phone already in her hand. Why am I here? She asked. I have work. Attorney Wells stood. Thank you for coming, he said calmly. Let's begin. Linda reached for my hand. I pulled it back gently. This meeting is about consent, Wells said. And clarification. Clarification of what? Linda asked. Of authority, he said. Rachel frowned. Authority over what? Wells opened a folder. Over assets, he said. The air shifted. Ethan swallowed. Assets, he asked. Yes, Wells said. Accounts, trusts, and controlling interests. Linda laughed nervously. This is unnecessary, she said. I handle everything. Wells nodded. That belief is why we're here. He slid papers across the table. I'll read, he said. He started calmly. Numbers followed. Large ones. Rachel's face tightened. That can't be right, she said. Wells continued. More numbers. More zeros. Ethan leaned forward. Dad, he asked quietly. I looked at him. Yes. Linda's hands started shaking. These were dormant, Wells said. Established years ago. By who? Rachel demanded. By his father, Wells replied, nodding at me. Linda's breath hitched. He never told me, she said. I didn't know, I replied. Wells kept reading. These accounts activate under medical incapacity, he said. Rachel stood up. This is insane, she snapped. There has to be a mistake. There isn't, Wells said evenly. Ethan's voice cracked. All of this was his. Yes, Wells said. Always. Linda covered her mouth. I thought, she started. You assumed, Wells said gently. Tears spilled down her face. I did everything, she said. I took care of him. I met her eyes. You left, I said. She shook her head. We needed time. I was alone, I said. Rachel paced. So what happens now? She asked sharply. Wells looked at me. He decides. Ethan turned to me. Dad, we didn't understand, he said. You didn't explain. I couldn't move, I said. Silence fell. Linda sobbed quietly. I never thought you had this, she whispered. That's the problem, I replied. Rachel stopped pacing. So what do you want? She asked. I stayed seated. I don't want anything from you, I said. That's not fair, she snapped. I wasn't treated fairly, I replied. Ethan's voice broke. We're family. I nodded once. Yes, I said. We were. Linda looked up, eyes red. Please, she said. We can fix this. I shook my head. You already left, I said. The words landed heavy. Wells closed the folder. This concludes the meeting, he said. Rachel grabbed her bag. This isn't over, she muttered. Ethan didn't move. I'm sorry, he said quietly. I looked at him. I know, I said. But sorry doesn't rewind absence. Linda stood slowly. She reached out again. I didn't take her hand. She let it fall. When they left, the room felt lighter. Wells sat back down. You handled that well, he said. I wasn't trying to, I replied. What were you trying to do, he asked. Be honest, I said. He nodded. That's usually enough. As he gathered his papers, I stared at the empty chairs. They finally understood what they threw away. Not just money. Me. I didn't feel victory. I felt closure. Closure felt quiet. When Wells left, I sat alone. No tears. No anger. Just a steady calm. I had nothing to prove anymore. They had heard the truth. That was enough. I stood carefully and walked out. I didn't look back. I didn't need to. The hearing was over. So was the illusion. I was free. The day I left the hospital, Carla walked beside me. You're steady, she said. I'm careful, I replied. She smiled. That counts. I leaned on the cane and paused near the doors. You'll be okay, she said. I already am, I answered. Outside, the air felt different. Not lighter. Honest. A car waited. Not Linda's. Mine. The driver asked, home? Yes, I said. My home. The place I chose was small. One bedroom. A window facing the water. The landlord showed me around. It's quiet here, he said. That's why I'm here, I replied. He handed me the keys. No visitors listed, he said. That's intentional, I said. I sat by the window that night, listening to waves instead of machines. My phone buzzed. Linda's name. I stared at it. Then I turned the phone face down. The next day, a therapist came. How do you feel? She asked. Present, I said. That's a good start, she replied. I paid her myself. No discussions. No permissions. Ethan called once. Dad, he said, voice unsure. Can we talk? I'm talking now, I said. I mean really talk. I am, I replied. I'm listening to myself. He went quiet. I need space, I said. I understand, he replied, but he didn't. Rachel never called. That was fine. Linda sent a message. We can still fix this. I deleted it. At my next appointment, the doctor smiled. You're healing well, he said. I'm cooperating, I replied. He laughed. That helps. At night, guilt knocked softly. It sounded like Linda's voice. Like Ethan's hesitation. Like the life I used to live. I didn't answer. I made coffee in the mornings. Slowly, I watched the water move without asking permission. A neighbor waved once. Nice day, he said. It is, I replied. No explanations. No apologies. I hired help for what I needed. Physical therapy. Legal updates. All business. Attorney Wells checked in. You're settled? He asked. Yes, I said. No changes? He asked. None, I replied. He paused. You're certain? I'm clear, I said. That word mattered. Clear. I thought of the hospital bed. The silence. The way absence hurt more than pain. I didn't win because they cried. I didn't win because they lost. I won because I survived. The stroke didn't take my life. It took my blindness. One evening, Carla called. Just checking, she said. I'm standing, I replied. She smiled through the phone. I knew you would. I hung up and stepped outside. The cane rested beside the chair. Unused. I didn't throw it away. I respected it. It reminded me where I'd been. I breathed deeply. For the first time in years, no one needed anything from me. No one expected silence. No one measured my worth. I chose dinner. I chose rest. I chose quiet. Guilt knocked again. I let it pass. I didn't win by hurting them. I won by stopping the harm. The water reflected the moon. I whispered, thank you, to no one. Or maybe to myself. The stroke took my weakness. It gave me clarity. And clarity felt like freedom. I closed the door and locked it. Not out of fear. Out of choice. Tomorrow would come. I didn't rush it. I didn't chase anyone into it. I walked alone. Not abandoned. Not lost. Just finally mine. I set the cane by the door. I might need it again. Or I might not. Either way, I wasn't afraid. For the first time in my life, I wasn't waiting for permission. I wasn't explaining myself. I wasn't hoping someone would stay. I stayed. That was enough. I turned off the light. The water kept moving. So did I. Quietly. Forward. Free. And for the first time ever, I chose myself.